Hello again, we are back. Previously I beat Mantis B, that was our last ship. That was a very comfortable run beyond some annoyance early on, that's typically happens with that ship. We rolled Engi C for the 5th, oh, past it. Engi C for the 5th ship of this streak. Engi C is very, very, very strong. It's an extremely consistent ship. You start with dual lasers, those are a great weapon. You start with hacking, which is the best system in the game. You have a drone control system, which is usually not ideal, it's not usually what I'm looking for, but having a drone system with a beam drone is actually quite useful. It helps deal with some nasty early enemies like Zoltan Shield enemies. You've got an augment that sells for quite a lot of money, you've got multiple Engis, you've just generally got a very, very strong, very consistent ship that is easy to get ahead with, and there's not really very many things that that this ship gets taken down by. It doesn't necessarily score like really, really, really highly, but it just consistently wins. So we're gonna head off with Engi C. Power dual lasers. I personally like to put the Lanius in weapons and run my Engi into piloting, because I like having somebody who actually knows how to fight in among the rest of the ship. I don't keep the Lanius in weapons when I get other crew, I move them along, but I like to have this as an option early on, because the ship kind of struggles with borders, although it's not really that big a deal. Let's make sure everything is tracking, and it's, yep, we're good. Okay. So we'll go here, and then probably there. Actually thinking on it, we can just go here, and then see most of the first half of the sector. Let's do that. Ooh, we actually have a blue option for our Lanius here. Let's help using our crew member. Oh, our crew's not for sale. That's that one where they asked to actually buy your crew. Not worth doing that, but we've spotted the store already. I'd like to hit at least like 2 more jumps before going to this store. Let's try here first. We don't have enough scrap to get shields up anyway, and we didn't get any there. I mean, we can sell the defensive scrambler for 40 scrap, although that's not what we would ideally want to do. This fight is kind of dangerous. I'm going to use both hacking and the beam drone. I know it's 2 drone parts and you want to avoid having to do that in the long term, but early on in this ship, just don't try to be cute. Get yourself to safety by getting your shields up. Use your special tools, because they're what make your ship strong. Yeah, we got out of that completely safely. In certain circumstances, it would be better to hack a different system, but there I felt like hacking the weapons was the best. So we have 30 scrap. We could get another 40 by selling the defensive scramblers. Let's go to the store and have a look. They might have like flak or something like that. No, they don't. The defensive drone is kind of useful, but I don't think it's worth 50 scrap right now. It's more important to get safety, get our defenses up against, you know, conventional weapons. We always have hacking to deal with enemies with missiles. Should I sell this now? There's another store there. I'm not going to that. I mean, you'd think you might need this for dealing with any enemies with anti-drones, but you can actually get around them using micro. So let's just get rid of the defensive scrambler. Yeah. So now we're going to have a lot more fights that are just safe, and where we don't have to worry. We know that there's not any more stores this sector. We're just going to save our scrap. No, we're not surrendering our crew to slavers. Here, I'm going to once again use 2 drones because they've got a missile. I don't want to take damage. One way to use this is get the beam drones sort of near to where they're ready to fire, and then depower them, then power them back on. I actually messed that up a little bit there, but it didn't matter. I should have waited until the shots had gone further across the screen. There we go. Well, they dodged both of my shots there, so nothing I could do about that. I'm not taking another Engi. We've already got multiples. It would be nice, but I'd rather just get scrap here. You get a high scrap reward for killing a slaver ship. We want to, yeah, 19 scrap. We want to save scrap so that, you know, given that we saw one store there were no weapons, and the second store we couldn't really easily go to without giving up most of our jumps. So we want to go to a store in Sector 2 and get a weapon upgrade, and we need to farm scrap to do that. This ship isn't running any shields right now, so I'm going to put a beam drone on. Cool, we took out their laser immediately. They are going to annoy us with this ion intruder drone. But as long as they don't, and they're not close to any of my important systems. They have a buffer upgrade on shields, that's frustrating. But now their shields are down. Are you gonna really float in the way of that? That's annoying. By the time I realized it was gonna do that, it was too late. I'm not gonna put another one up now, they only have one hull left. Go and fix the hull breach with our Lanius. One of the things that makes this ship so strong is because you start with hacking. If you were to get screwed over and you couldn't get a weapon upgrade in the first 2 sectors, you can just upgrade hacking and hack shields. Like, you ideally don't want to have to do that. You're then sort of relying on using 2 drone parts every fight with the beam drone and the hacking drone. But you can do that for a while until you can find a Sector 3 store. And they surrender. This ship is annoying. That's the way to do the trick properly. We need to keep 2 shield bubbles up really here because this combat drone can hit us. Why does everything have the damn shield buffer upgrade? Okay, we need to, I guess, do this properly because I actually kind of want to let you 2 out of that room. Damn it, they fucking fixed the shields. The ship might manage to get away because I was lazy with using the beam drone. I did manage to hit 2 rooms there, that's useful. Okay, good. Did they just do 3 shots quickly? They must have done. That's the only way they could have got through my shields. God damn it! Well, they ran that person out of the room, so that's something. Maybe if I can charge my FTL up, we can at least make sure they don't escape ahead of me. Are you joking? Ah, we completely screwed that battle up. If I'd done the micro properly on the beam drone, we kill that ship. So, yeah, that's bad play on my part. Oh well. We're not accepting the bribe. Unfortunately, I think this has to be another 2-drone fight. Yeah, that's how we should have been doing it in the last fight, and if we'd done that, we'd be, you know, have completely wrecked them. It didn't help that they had the buffer upgrade on their shields, so we couldn't take those down, but still, I should have been able to kill that. But we got 20 scrap, and we repaired, had we really had very much damage on us. Repairs the one random shot that combat drone somehow got through. We have another asteroid field. Unfortunately, I think this one is also a 2-drone fight. I won't bother trying to... oh yeah, because an advantage here is the asteroid field helps my beam drone out quite a bit, and there it managed to get down shields. Cool. So that ship was quite dangerous at the burst 2 in the asteroid field, but we took it out. And we didn't take any damage. We have 2 more jumps, don't we? Yes, we do. We've got pretty good distress options. So we're gonna go here. Beam drone gives 1, clone bag gives a bunch, Engi gives 1, gives a few. We didn't have any of them there, but we got a good one anyway. What we'd really like is to get some safe fights, because then we can get crew kills by hacking oxygen. But so far, all the fights have been either they're running away, or they're dangerous, or some combination of both. Still, we have over 100 scrap banked. We've got our shields up. Here we don't need to bother using any drones because this is a shieldless auto-scout in an asteroid field and their one laser weapon is slow. Now they can't even dodge. So they're gonna just die. They get 1 bomb off. No, not my empty hull. Sadly, we can't go get that other distress beacon, but still, we can jump out of this sector with 120 scrap. We'll do this. It could bite us if we have to get a missile weapon, but we made 146 scrap in that sector, and we got another 40 from selling the defensive scrambler. Now, we have 2 civilian sectors here. Bottom path has better choices at Sector 3 because the top one effectively just has 1. The purple sector is an uncharted nebula. I am somewhat concerned if we go the bottom path that if we somehow can't get a weapon upgrade in Sector 2, that we could be stuck in a sector that only has like 1 or 2 stores, whereas if we go the top path we have a chance for a reroll at another green sector. On the other hand, there are some red sectors that have multiple stores, like Abandoned and Rock. And we also have a civilian sector here, so we should have 2 or 3 stores. I'm gonna risk this. As mentioned, we can always upgrade hacking if we somehow don't get a weapon, but I mean, we've got a store right away, so let's go there, and we might already have solved the problem. Nope, there's once again, no weapons. But we have another store. Okay, there our problem is solved. I don't normally like going Halber Beam early because it's a little bit slow, and until you get cloaking you're at some risk of just having it get hit and knocked offline. But we have hacking already, and we can potentially, if an enemy has weapons that we're worried about doing that, we could just hack. We could just hack weapons. Also, at this point, I think, I'm gonna buy this defensive drone. We passed on one earlier because we didn't want it to stop us getting a weapon, but now we've got a weapon. I could sell the beam drone, but I think I'll keep it to help me deal with zone shield enemies. Now we're gonna hit this big nebula and then come out of it and hit as many. Oh, Well, that's a pain in the ass. I think it's probably worth hitting these three. I was very excited about this big nebula until I realized it didn't connect. I think it's worth hitting these three and then coming back to the store still. But yeah, we've lost some jumps, but we've also gained security for the rest of the run. Attack the pirate. This ship can't hurt us, so this is a ship we can try to do crew kill nonsense to. We can't see what crew they have over there, but it doesn't matter enormously. Unless they have Lanius, which they shouldn't in this sector. It's unfortunate that they have level 202, but what we're going to do is hack the oxygen. We'll try to take it out and fail. We're going to let them... We're just going to keep doing this over and over, let them refill that. They also have cloaking, which makes this harder, but we can probably pull it off. Okay, wait until they've cloaked again. This could take a while, and we need to, once we've hacked and got a hit on the oxygen, we need to get a second one in a row, because we need to actually completely break the oxygen. Once we've done that, the lock on the doors and the ability to repeatedly hack when they've got a level of repair on it should be enough to allow us to run them out, as long as they don't start running away. Okay, now we need... Stop it with the auto fire nonsense. We need these two shots to hit, really. Okay, they did. Cool. Not sure who they're running in to fix this, but we'll find out. Just a human. That should be okay. We've effectively also locked the access to their med bay here, because they can't get in there. We're going to wait until they fix that once, then we're going to hack it again, and then we're going to shoot it out again. I wish we had high enough weapons to use the halberd beam for this, because they can't dodge it, but I don't. There we go. That's going to drain it down to almost nothing. This person might suffocate before they fix this, but I think they'll get it fixed one more time. But that's about it. It's going to run out of oxygen in there. Actually, I think maybe they won't. No, I think they are going to, just about, yeah. But they're definitely not fixing it again. And no one's getting in there to fix that. They'd have to break down the doors before they can even start trying to fix it. And they can't go and heal because the med bay is trapped behind another locked door. So this rock would take a while to suffocate, but not that long. And, well, we've got an Engi anyway, so that's one of the reasons why I felt very secure in turning down that earlier one. We're going to put this Engi in weapons. We're going to put the Lanius on doors. We're also going to upgrade our weapons at this point. That doesn't allow us to use anything, but it gets... We have a weak weapon system. It gets the expensive upgrade out of the way. We'll hit these two, then go back to the store, and then actually continue on with the rest of the sector. Okay, nothing useful here. I'm going to preemptively vent the clone bay, just because that's the only thing they could break that would actually matter. Anything else, it's like, whatever. And if they kill our crew, well, we have a clone bay. Our crew will come back, and theirs won't. No. That room ran out of oxygen early because it used to have a Lanius crew member in there. This Engi's gonna die because of that one, whatever. So is that one. We just need to get our weapons up to 4 and get a little bit more power by the end of this sector. Ideally, we would also get hacking to level 2. Manually search? No. I'm gonna use my beams around here. This fight's kind of dangerous. I'd rather take out the drone, the offensive drone, than the single-shot laser. Yep. I don't know why they depowered their laser, but I don't care unless we run oxygen. Let's just make sure these guys don't get away. Be a little bit more careful this time. Oh, they pulled their shield down. Thank you. I'm sure that made sense for to them to do that, but it wasn't a good idea. And we're back here, we're not getting anything. Go to distress. So yeah, the fact that we're going to a red sector next doesn't really matter. And we've just got a free weapon, so had we not got ones... Like, we could win the game with these 3 weapons. We would ideally not be in a position where we have to. We would ideally get something better than the whole laser for our 3rd slot. But if we don't, we don't. It also means we could go into the next sector with only level 3 weapons, which gives us a little bit more flexibility in terms of scrap. Reject the offer. I have a missile. What crew do you have over there? I'm kind of tempted here to run them out of missiles and then see about O2 killing them. And I might even try O2 killing them without hacking. We'll see. Depends on what level their oxygen is. They're unlike Mantis B, where we had that blind spot that kept getting us to get hit. The Engi ships are very, very well covered by, because they're just very compact. They're all here in the middle of the screen. The bit that where, you know, you'd have a blind spot would be somewhere around here. I don't know precisely where on the screen it is. But there basically isn't one on these Engi ships. The defensive drone still doesn't always shoot down every single missile, but it shoots down the vast majority of them. I suppose the only real risk is that they could hit it with a laser. But I feel like it's worth the chance. I'm not shooting at O2 yet because I want to run them out first. I don't want to have a risk where they start trying to run away and I have to decide between shooting at their weapons and shooting at their piloting or something like that. I want to know that the fight is completely safe, which it will be once we shoot this down. Thank you very much, defensive drone. Okay, they have level 2 O2. I'm gonna hack. This does make it a 2-drone fight, but whatever. I think it's worth it to try to get a crew kill here. It's gonna take them forever to fix that because of the breach in there. Yeah, like there's already no O2 in that room. They're gonna take suffocation damage the whole time. I think they're going to fix the breach, but not necessarily fix the O2. Well, the Rock thought that he'd escaped, but he didn't realize there was no O2 in that room either. Let's make this faster. There we go. We are 1 scrap short of being able to upgrade our weapons, but we will get that scrap by the end of this sector. I crew kill this without... I could grind dodges, but I always hate doing that against ships with only a single shot. Find out what level oxygen they have. I mean, they have a med bay, but they can only fit 2 people in that, and Mantises suck at repairs. Apparently we suck at hitting anything. It's only level 1. Especially if we can get a hull breach on that, we can make it very, very difficult for them to ever repair. If this was a true Mantis ship, we'd know they would never run away. We don't 100% know that either. Should I gamble on it? Yeah. Because they're so bad at repairing, we shouldn't have to knock their oxygen out too many times. Especially if we could get lucky and get a hull breach, which we haven't so far. There we go. I don't know that they ever get this fixed. I don't really mind if they run in. Like, they're eventually going to fix the breaches because they can keep running people in and ping-ponging into the medbay. But I don't really mind them. I don't want to shoot the medbay out until the O2 is completely out on their ship, really. Because otherwise that might trigger them to run away, or they'll just go in and try to fix the medbay. Well, that's an upgraded medbay, so we need to hit that again. This person can't actually go in there, there's not enough space. So they're gonna just suffocate. And then I do that. That's kind of tempting because it's 6 fuel, but I'm not taking it. We got 5 anyway, and we got much better scrap. Let's do this. So for the moment we can do that. That's good enough for the next sector. We'd like to still be able to bring the Hulver beam in play, but we may not manage that. And it doesn't matter now if we don't. Yay, free stuff. Should I get power, or should I emphasize the weapons? Let's get the weapons up. I'm going to actually stick on this for the moment. I'll switch from ship to ship what I'm using. Against certain enemies, having a beam to damage multiple systems all at once is really, really, really helpful. Boo, we're 1 missile short of being able to do that. Scrap the debris. And we're off. I like Rebel out of these. Rebel-controlled sectors are consistently quite high scrap. And at Sector 3, they're a little bit more dangerous because you can start getting auto-assault ships with double drones, but they're not that dangerous. Defensive drone makes this fight pretty safe. Only thing that would be dangerous would be if they were firing a hacking drone at the same time they're firing this big missile and they weren't able to keep that up. Since this ion doesn't threaten me, let's let them keep firing it and I'll hit shields. The only thing it could do would be to hit the defensive drone, and if it does that, we'll just resume firing on weapons rather than let them risk getting the missile back. The shot of ours that had missed there actually hit the ion, which is kind of annoying. I would have preferred the ion be able to fire at me, so I might dodge it. Take the dodge out. We'll fire both of the lasers for +1 weapon training. Whee! Get more power. Now we have the option to do this if we have to, or want to. I'm not so concerned about stores in this sector, although I'd still like to see them, because if nothing else, it can be useful to know when you've already gone past the stores in a sector and can more safely just focus on upgrades. I'd like to get maybe 1 more power, and then, okay, now we do have 5 missiles, so we can do that. Let's get 1 more power, I'd like to now start saving 150 scrap for cloaking, which is the only system that we need. They're boarding me in drones, I can vent that immediately. Turn the O2 off, just make sure they don't smash Clone. They're not even trying. You go over there. No, they haven't all died. Where are you going? I'm going in there, really? Okay, well, my pilot can take you out. I do not understand what you people are doing. That was very strange AI behavior. I don't get it. Whatever. Give it a moment for the O2 to refill, and then send our Engis to fix things. Our more mobile Engis. Our pilot is kind of trapped in there. Every time they try to leave the room, they suffocate. I don't think I want to know what that means in terms of where our pilot goes to the bathroom. Download the data stores. Cool, we got a full map reveal. So we see where the stores are. I'm going to hit these two beacons and then decide if I even want to go to a store. I think the answer is I might just avoid it. So this ship has numerous offensive drones, but it doesn't have enough to get through our shields, and we have a defensive drone to block the missile. Yeah, as I said, the defensive drone is not perfect. It doesn't shoot down every single shot, but that is the first one that it's missed, whereas when we were doing Mantis B, it missed 2 in a row the first time I deployed it. The halberd beam does usual halberd beam things and deletes ships. I think I actually want to go here, here, there, and then curl down towards the exit. Just dodge stores. Look for stores in the next sector. This doesn't have a very good outcome in my experience, and we can just fight this ship. They don't even have shields. Our halberd beam will tear this thing to bits. Just need to put a defensive drone up and stop the Lanius from smashing doors. I might even shoot the mind control in preference. Doesn't matter, our shots missed. But yeah, 1 halberd beam shot was all we needed. Ooh, let's do that. We get a free... That's always a very nice event to see in Rebel sectors. We've just got a free fleet delay, which might actually allow us... Maybe we can hit these 3 and then go to the store? That would definitely have not been possible previously, but it might be possible now. Let them hack. That's not that bad. These weapons don't really sink for the first couple of volleys. And by the time they do, we will have halberd beamed a huge hole in their ship. There. We're gonna do the same thing on this ship as we did with the last one. Yep, shield recharge. So even though they dodge both of our shots there, it doesn't really matter because we're gonna beam down like this. And That will take a weapon down, and now they still can't hurt us despite having dodged both of our laser shots. It would obviously be much worse if they had 2 shield bubbles. Those dodges would be quite bad, or Halberd Beam couldn't do anything. But they don't, they only had 1. 22... that. Our Halberd Beam is faster than this. We're going to try to just knock it off without using a drone. We might regret this. But we don't. Had they dodged one of the shots, it would have taken this single shot laser down instead. So there was some risk in doing that. I don't think the odds of us getting 32 scrap from this beacon are particularly high. Now we're 6 short. What we do have the option of doing is going here, and if they have cloaking, we can sell the beam drone for cloaking. And I feel like that would be worth it. So let's go and have a look. Okay, they don't have cloaking anyway, so we're not doing that. We're just going to buy the backup battery. And that minimizes the odds that, well, it increases rather the odds that cloaking will appear at future stores. And after we get these 2 scrap payouts, we will have enough to float that. We'll risk this pulsar, even though it is quite dangerous. I mean, if nothing else, we are going to hack in this fight because I want to separate these weapons out. I wouldn't do this if it weren't an asteroid field, but it is. This way, by the time they fire that Heavy 2, the ion will have run out. If they even do fire the Heavy 2. Asteroids help me out there. Let's do this shot. Piloting training is going nicely, even though we're not really making an active attempt to train anything. Got 20 scrap there. So this pulsar is kind of perilous, but we can put a beam drone up if we need to once their shields are ionized, if they say hit weapons. The Halberd Beam, as long as it doesn't get taken out by the first pulse, will completely crush them. Okay, I do not like this at all. Right, I think considering they're sending over a hacking drone and they have a missile, we want a defensive drone here. I think we want to hack here as well. This ship is very dangerous. Like, if we got hit on weapons in the first go, like they've got a burst to multiple attack drones. I'm just trying to decide what we want to hack here. Do we want to hack weapons, or do we want to hack the drones? Because if we hack the drones, we can potentially blow the drones up in the air. I'm gonna hack weapons, but I'm not 100% sure on this. What I'd like to do when the pulsar goes off is just do a giant beam shot right through the middle of the ship. Okay, good. Our Halberd Beam did not get taken down. That's pretty much all we needed to have happen. Yeah, that fight was quite dangerous. If I'd realized we were going to be fighting a disruptor with multiple offensive drones, I would have skipped the pulsar. There's a trick you can do in pulsars where you flash your shields right before they go off, and then they don't, or that you pull them down, they don't do as much damage. But I'm not doing that when the enemy has multiple offensive drones. I think I take that. It's 3 drones, which is annoying, but I mean, it's a free upgrade. Abandon 4 is kind of scary, but we do have a Lanius for blue options. And we don't exactly have much option in our pathing here. I don't know how anyone's ever expected to get to this jump. I think it's physically impossible, because the fastest you get there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, that would be the 6th jump. Unless you had, like, distraction buoys and had multiple fleet pursuit events right at the start of the sector. There is admittedly one that happens in Lanius sectors, but still, that's not happening. So Lanius bombers do start turning up here, but they only have 1 border, so they're not nearly as bad. It would be kind of spooky if they had 1 border and they had mind control and they mind controlled my my Lanius. But we should be okay. Let's attack the pirate. It's annoying that the first ship we fought in this sector has level 3 shields. The chances of that at this sector are not that high, but our halberd beam can do damage through it. I'm gonna hack piloting to guarantee my laser shots hitting. If I had level 2 hacking, I would hack shields instead, but I don't. So we can do this, guarantee taking down a shield bubble and a weapon. It's guaranteed to take down a shield bubble because they can only have level 6 shields here. They can't have level 7. You dirty little shit. They cleverly fired the charge ion and then depowered it in favor of the halberd beam. Cool, we got a double reward. That means we can afford to do this. That way, if we fight any more ships with level 3 shields, we will hack shields and halberd beam the hell out of them. Okay, so they've got... This is our first Lanius bomber. They're not too dangerous. Like, they're not safe, certainly. Lanius bombers are always a little dangerous. But we have a defensive drone for this missile. Their conventional weapons don't do anything. Our Lanius counters theirs. The second border will be a little bit more annoying because our Lanius is low on health. And their second border won't be. We'll maybe try to do a beam shot from teleporter to weapons to delay them boarding me again. Yeah, they have an upgraded teleporter, so it won't work. I don't understand why they've done that. I think that's because they ran this person into repair. Yeah, that is very, very strange behavior, but I'm not looking to gift horse him now. Thank you for the combat kill skill. Look out, he has 3 hit points and he's not afraid to lose them. They won't board me again either. But they shouldn't. I'm not really sure that I know for sure here, actually, because they probably shouldn't have done that. Yeah, they actually gone back in the clone bay. I'm gonna take that. I don't like the repair arm very much. It eats scrap, and it will repair you, like, above. This might actually solve. This might actually answer the question. Somebody asked on the FTL Discord a little while ago, if you accepted an offer with a repair arm, does it reduce the scrap immediately? So let's find this out. So, do we get 197 scrap out of this? Yes, we do. So, the repair arm will do. It also doesn't trigger its repair thing on that particular payout. One moment. So I don't much like the repair arm because it eats scrap for repairs that you don't necessarily need. I don't usually repair above 25 unless I'm playing a quite fragile ship. So the next couple of battles will probably have stuff reduced when we don't really want it to. But we can sell that for 25 scrap, and we will be up to max in the not too distant future. They did in early versions of FTL, the repair arm actually reduced your scrap even if you were at max hull, which is completely absurd. They did patch that out. But it's still not great. It can be very helpful to get late in a run. Let's attack the pirate. I want to hack these people's weapons, but they have cloaking. I'm not sure whether I'll do it. I just want to desync these two lasers, but I don't know whether I'm going to get the chance. They seem to have a quite long cloak. No, we're not going to get the chance, unfortunately. That's quite bad. Well, we might be glad for the repair arm after this stuff. We're going to hack weapons now, and then they'll never be able to do that again. Buys time for me to recharge my shields. Halberd beam from there, yeah, that's a level 3 cloak. That's annoying, you go fix that. Don't know why I bothered to do that. If they set a bomb off on that room, my Halberd beam goes anyway. 25, so we lost 4 from that one jump to get a little bit of repair. So that's a quite significant reduction. Let's get this rock. Rock can go man shields, I guess. I'm reticent to put Lanius on any major systems on a ship that can't get mind control. Well, this ship can get mind control, but you have to give up cloaking for it, and that's not a good idea. Because, you know, if you have a Lanius on shields and they get mind controlled, it's very, very difficult to dislodge them. Let's go down here and look for a store. I'd like to remove this repair arm and get cloaking as soon as possible. Okay, so we get a blue option from our Lanius. We will copy the translator's data suite. I don't know why... Oh, I guess I thought the translator here, they were talking about the Lanius crew member and assuming that it did that. But no, I guess that the way that this is phrased doesn't assume that's the case. That's not that good for a blue option. That only sells for 15 scrap, but whatever. We can get rid of it immediately. Wow, there's some good stuff at this store. That's gonna go. That's gonna go. We want cloaking for sure. Now, the drone recovery arm is generally always good to get on any ship that has drone control. You know, we can just use the defensive drone and the beam drone whenever the hell we feel like it. We could use the beam drone in every fight if we want. Albeit, when we have a drone recovery arm, we usually would rather have a combat drone, which is more generally useful. They also have another halberd beam here, and I would very much like to get that. We can't get both without selling something. I mean, if I get the other halberd beam, I could just sell the hull laser. That does, however, that does lock us into shield hacking. On the other hand, if we have a drone recovery arm, needing to use one drone to hack every fight is fine, because we're not ever going to use drones for any other purpose. Our drone control system will be absolutely neutral on cost. So I think that's worth it. Yep, do that. So that is a fantastic store. We don't need another store. We aren't going to need any more stores for quite a while. And that one, frankly, we could probably go the whole rest of the run without another store. We get the rare fight where the ASB is on our side. We don't need to hack in this fight. We cloak. Get you guys in there to beat up their Lanius. My Lanius is bigger than your Lanius. Cloak all this stuff. You get out of there for a moment. They have no evade, which means the ASB is going to hit them. It didn't do anything useful, but it did hit them. You get back to shields. I hadn't saved this rock screw position. We didn't really need the repair, but whatever. We're going to let them kill our Lanius, that way they can just revive at full health. We might even let them do the same to the rock, considering they haven't built up any useful skill. Yeah. Buy some power. We want to be able to shield hack every single ship that has 3 shields. And soon enough we'll upgrade weapons to 6, so we use the 2 halberd beams and just obliterate everything. Let's go to this distress beacon. We get our drone pack from using the defensive drone. Yeah, we'll give them... Okay. Well, that's very interesting. Currently we're going to flip the other halberd beam off, because we can't use that anyway. We can potentially use this. Not that we're going to... Actually, I suppose we're in a Lanius sector right now. Let's not do that. Actually, it has blue options, and we can't use both halberd beams anyway. What we might eventually do is have halberd beam, fire beam. We could use that for phase 1 of the flagship. Halberd beam takes out the missile artillery and hits shields, and then fire beam just sets loads and loads of fire. It's not as good without mind control, but it is still quite effective. I certainly don't see any reason to sell that fire beam anytime soon. It's not like that's going to make a difference. Okay, this is dangerous. They've mind controlled our Lanius. I think we might just need to let them... How long is that? That's only level 1 mind control. I think we need to just let them break our doors. It kind of sucks, but... This pulsar is spooky. I'm gonna hack their weapons. Put a beam drone up, it doesn't cost us anything. You go and fix that. No, we're not being merciful and penitent. Get the hell out. And when our shields are no longer ionized, we will jump away from this pulsar. I think we just get these two jumps and then leave the sector. Scrap total has been middling so far. We still have three more jumps considering the exit. And we've had great stores, so, or one great store, but it was such a great one that it counts as multiple stores. Investigate, try to communicate peacefully. We get another Engi. Cool, we're gonna put that one on doors and leave the Lanius and sensors. Go to the exit. That thing sells for loads and loads of scrap. Unfortunately, it is not affected by the drone recovery arm. We can't use it anyway, we don't have high enough drone system. It's not very good. I do not want to go to Abandoned 5. It minimizes my choices, and also Abandoned 5 is a really, really dangerous sector, because there you get Lanius bombers like the ones we were just fighting, but they will board you with 2 Lanius, not 1. And they are much more likely to have special systems, like mind control. So we're going to go Engi instead. Cool, we get 2 immediate distress beacons. We'd like to get our weapons up, but we can't quite afford to do that. Search for the ship. Cool, we get a free weapon. That would be really helpful earlier in the run. At this point, we don't need... Like, that's basically just an inferior dual lasers. And since we're going to be shield hacking constantly, we don't need it at all. So we're going to sell that the first opportunity we get. But it's 25 scrap, plus the scrap that we got at the actual beacon. And we just get another one. The Engi, the one you get from an Engi or having an ion weapon here is better than the cloaking one, unless your cloaking is upgraded all the way. Let's do this. And now what we're going to do... I'm going to put our dual lasers away for the moment, and we will keep all beams on here. This does mean we'll need shield hack in every single fight, but we should be fine. We're running a little low on fuel, but this is an Engi sector, there'll be lots of stores. And we have stuff to sell. If we could knock this offline, we could potentially switch to the fire beam. But I don't think I'm going to try. It would be difficult to knock this off because they've got a buffer from these other 2 weapons. And they have multiple Engis over there to fix things really rapidly. Let us just kill. Well, we've had good luck with the distress beacons so far. We want to get to, say, here and see as much as we can, so let's do that. We can risk this because we have a clone bay. Okay. Yeah, that is a 95 scrap giant alien spiders event. That's insane. That assumes we sell the glade beam, which we're going to. If we could somehow use the glade beam with like multiple halberds, we could even keep it. But like, no, we're just gonna get rid of it. I wouldn't mind a pike beam or a hull beam for my final swap. This ship is one that we can fire beam kill. We're gonna hack shields because we have to do that to get through shields. We want to knock this offline, and the only way we can safely do that is to put 2 beams into weapons first of all. But we're not going to put the beam, they're literally only going to hit weapons, because I don't want to do additional hull damage. Take that down, fire beam up, and now we just have to wait until we can hack their shields again. There's no way they're getting that back. It didn't set a fire in weapons, but it set enough fires over in the other parts of their ship. Especially in the shield room that is locked. They also have no medical unit over there. Like, they have put that out, but it took them quite a while. There's the fire and weapons. And oxygen. We can potentially even get skill here. Do we have max? We only need 1 more dodge for max engines. We're not going to get it here because their weapons is burned out. Along with everything else. They have exactly 1 hull more than they need, because even if their shields burn out, which they won't, their courage is going to all die. Attempt to contact the Engi. They gave us some fuel, which, considering we're low on that, is quite helpful. Go here. We are almost certain to spot a store from this. Yeah, let's buy fuel. We need it. Yep, we spotted the store. I'm going to go here now. Do we want to do a couple of extra jumps? I'm probably going to dive this sector. I'm probably going to go, like, to the store, down this way, to this beacon, and then dive. How many jumps do I have to get to there? Possibly 6. 5 is safer. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Whoa! I'm glad we have hacking and cloaking for this. That ship is ridiculously well armed. Cloak. That down. This ship does not get any... No nonsense occurs against this ship. We just kill and get the hell out. Now, we might have failed to kill them there because of rock resists, but it would have been fine. We would have completely crippled their weapon system. Just in time. We're out. Actually, we can go here first and then the store. We might as well get more scrap. It doesn't affect our pathing otherwise. This ship is also just getting killed. Without any, any special nonsense going on. Actually, I should switch my Engi, my door Engi, into shields and put my rock on doors. I'll do that after this fight. You go there, you go there. The rock hasn't gained any appreciable shield skill, so it doesn't matter that much. Well, there's the pipe beam we were discussing, so sell burst laser. We're even going to sell the dual lasers here. I'm never going to... There's a vague possibility, I suppose, that I could use them at weapons level 7. But let's be honest, I'm not doing that. I don't want to use a... I don't want to use a cargo slot for that. So, goodbye dual lasers. Pipe beam. But we'll keep the fire beam on our belt right now because we don't need to worry for the moment. Let's also do this. We don't need to worry about the fact, you know, we've got double halber beam that will kill basically everything right now. By next sector, we'd like to get hacking up to level 3. We don't need to do that quite yet. We're unfortunately forced to run out of store. Watch, this is going to have a pre-igniter or something. Nah, it's got a combat drone, which would be nice, but it's not essential. Give them 15 missiles. Not the best dive ever. It's always a little bit weird diving in Engi sectors. They don't always give you very much. But it was worth trying. Millennius up there. Have I really not got my... I still only need one extra dodge, and I feel like I said that a while ago, and I assumed I must have got it by now, but I haven't. And actually, I think... No, I haven't lost the max piloting skill on my pilot, I just haven't gained any other dodges. I got one there, though. Unfortunately, we will lose that drone, because that got hit by a laser. Let this missile come in. Yeah, it's 1 damage. Cloak now. Kill the dive ship. Get out of here. Slug is generally higher scrap than Mantis, but Mantis is not that much lower and it gives us better options for Sector 7, so we're going to do that. Also, Mantis sectors might give us some ships that we can play with the fire beam, and is less likely to have ships that have upgraded shields that we need level 3 hacking to get through. Go to here. This sees a lot. Download the data stores. Cool, we just got a sector reveal. Very, very good. We can just hit fight after fight after fight. We don't really need a store right now. Can we hit all 4 of these? Might only be 3. But whatever. Like, we can hit, if we only hit 3, we go through this, we hit a bunch of these things, we circle around. So it feels like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me jump down to that. Not 5. Aid the civilian ship. This is a double scrap possibility. We can probably use fire beam against this, because even though they've got an Engi, if I hit shields and weapons, they'll prioritize upgrade. They'll prioritize fixing the weapons. No, not the weapons, the shields. With the Engi. I hacked it like that, but whatever. Yeah, we might have done too much damage, but we'll see. They also might board us with this Engi, which would be quite funny. Probably not, though. Let's set fire to this whole side of the ship, because the locked doors will trap them. We might have to set fire to the shield room a few times to kill the people in it. But eventually they're going to run out of hit points. And then they'll try to run away and they can't. Although this guy might survive and then the systems will burn out. That's kind of frustrating. I think we're probably going to be one short, but we'll see. Literally one piece of hole. If we could just get this guy into that room. Oh, we got the fire spread. That is some incredible luck. That ship was going to burn out otherwise, but instead we got the crew kill. We should have upgraded our hacking. We can do fire beam nonsense against this ship. It's not very dangerous. Unless those are like ion bombs, and even if they are, I don't think it's that bad. Vent you. Probably like to upgrade our doors sometime soon as well, just to stop this nonsense. Or minimize it. Get you in there. I need to block them for a moment because the Lanius is slow. There's some risk here because they could like small bomb a clone bay while someone is reviving. But I mostly want to avoid having people die anyway. Let's see a way to really do a one room. Oh no, I don't want to do that with a fire beam. Do that as a one room halberd beam shot. And set a bunch of fires. Ion bomb is dangerous, but we can cloak them. Let's set fire to the med bay as well. Cool, med bay is burned out. They decided to get the hell out there. Engi on Engi combat. That was fast. Yeah, Mantis ships are not very good at fighting fires. There we go. Let's upgrade the cloaking as well. Oh yeah, and we wanted to upgrade doors. We can probably fire kill this because we can put a defensive drone on to protect us from the missile. nothing else is dangerous. I might emphasize like knocking the med bay out and setting a fire in it. Or should I do that? I don't know. Nah, I should still hit weapons just in case they like blow my drone up or something like that. You get out of there. I mistimed the fire beam a little bit there. They might actually board me with the Engi on this second. I really hope they do. Here, let's go back to my initial thought. I think that mostly happened because my timing was thrown off by the fact I didn't have anyone in weapons. Yeah, you can keep trying to fix that, and these fires are just going to spread all over your ship. Get out of there. Speaking of spreading all over the ship. Do this. They emphasize shields very highly, and they're going to go run into a room that's on fire and locked. It doesn't matter if you have a med bay if you aren't willing to go, aren't willing or not able to go there. Vent. Cool. We nearly missed that one. Kill the Engi. Good luck in there, Engi. Oh no, Engi didn't make it. Let's put this guy out of his misery. Hooray! We're below double digits, drones. It's not that bad. We can fire beam this, the solar flare will even help us. I don't really need a level 3 hack here considering how low their shields are, but I'm going to use it anyway because I feel like it. You guys just go over there. I know that they're going to just bounce around in the middle here and be annoying. Go for shields. That's what they want to emphasize. Not letting me blow up, so... And yeah, the solar flare will help. We might take like a bit of damage, we took some there. I mean, a huge part of our ship is vented right now anyway. The only bad thing for it to hit would be Clone Bay. And even that wouldn't be that bad. Like, if we lose some crew here, so what? As long as we don't lose all of them, which we won't. We do need to take the med bay out at a certain point, but as long as we can get fires in this room or they're trapped behind a locked door, we don't need that so much. Our Engis can fight that. That didn't last. I'll put 1 damage on this system. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you're not putting that out. Wow, we've taken 2 damage from random solar flares. There appears to be parts of your ship that aren't on fire. This is offensive. Goodbye. Don't want that store. I'm gonna go here, 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 probably there, and then out. We might hit these jumps behind it as well. We'll see. Lead them to their destination. That's fine. Yeah, we can do that. Fire beam again. We might want to store just to buy a couple more drone parts, because we're not getting very many in this sector, I guess. I don't know whether there really is a difference. I think it's pretty much random. Unfortunately, we lost a drone there because they hit it. I don't know whether there's a difference in terms of how many resources you get per sector type. It seems like it would be thematically appropriate to get like more drones in Engi sectors, say, but I'm pretty sure that's not actually the case. I think it's just completely random. We might not actually need to put another defensive drone up, because if they don't fix their weapons, they never use that missile again. And their ship is going to kind of be busy with being completely on fire in a moment. Engis are so good at putting fires out, man. Like, that's 3 they put out in that one room. They're gonna fail on the next one because they only have 24 hit points. But it was a very valiant effort. Can we get fire on every tile of their ship before the O2 goes out? Probably. Actually, it's probably more of a question of whether we can do that before their crew all die. And the answer to that is probably not. Do we really only set 1 fire there? As soon as one gets set in this room, this guy's got 1 hit point. We can actually just do this. Cut him up with a hover beam. We will continue fire beam nonsense against this ship. They did manage to get 1 level down there on my hack, but it doesn't matter. Level 2 hack is enough to get through 3 shields. Actually, I think I did that early. Damn it. Just do that and delay them. That was a misplay. That is again because I don't have anyone in that room, so my timing is thrown off. Hey, you go up there. Doesn't matter if there's no O2 in the room. Actually, let's do the halberd beam now and just do 1 point of damage in that room, because that's all we really need. It'll get much worse. Don't let them break my combat. I don't know why the O2 is taking so long to vent. I guess it was in part because I hadn't turned my O2 off. It doesn't matter if they spin this up if they don't have the halberd beam. And there are 4 fires in their weapons room, they're not fixing that. Especially now that their Engi's dead. Okay. Let's just do this the fast way. If you want to teleport over, it'd be a combat kill. That's a nice drop. We're not using it, but it is a very nice drop. In the vast majority of runs, I would obviously use a flak, but we've already set our sights on all beams. You go there. I'm actually going to go to the exit and then hit these 2 beacons, because I think I'd lose the exit beacon otherwise, and I don't think it makes a difference in terms of, well, no, I don't want to do this. It doesn't make a difference in terms of me being able to hit these 2 jumps, so it really just cost me a fuel. And there could have been a fight there. This ship's not getting fire beam nonsense, its weapons are too dangerous. Our ability to do fire crap is pretty significantly affected by whether or not we're fighting Mantis ships or not. This will actually break down into 25 scrap because we already have a drone recovery arm and we can't stack them. So yeah, let's do that. So that's a 71 scrap surrender offer. Oh, cool. The Engi is still better than level 2 cloaking. I think level 3 cloaking is about equal. But, like, having an Engi for that event is just great. Speaking of having level 3 cloaking, let's do that now. Let's get enough power to always be able to run it. Off we go. I think the halberd beams won't actually one-shot here because late-game Rebel Elite ships have a lot of hit points. Yeah, it doesn't quite, but it crippled them so much. This cloak here, that'll cloak both the Burst 3 and the ASB. And their shields are down low enough that our halberd beams will just finish them off next time. ASB goes wide. Zoltan or Abandoned? These are neither of them fantastic sectors for us to see. I think we'd rather go Zoltan. Abandoned are quite bad. We don't have mind control to counter. Zoltan, Lanius bombers are quite bad. Admittedly, the border police would also be quite bad. But we can deal with Zoltan shields more easily with our beam drone and all of that stuff. The big nebula, Zoltan nebula, is not really very good though. Also, our fire beam will be quite helpful against I guess. I don't think it makes a difference. Maybe we'll get a missiles for a scrap event. I'd like to do this, but I can't quite afford it. Well, I can, but I'd like to be able to afford stuff at stores if I get to them. We're going to try to do this... Well, I was going to say we're going to try to do this without putting a defensive drone on. It doesn't make a huge difference unless the defensive drone gets hit. But there is a possibility of that. We should just be able to cloak this missile if it goes off. Nope. We got the drone part back. Good. At this point, I half wish we'd kept the dual lasers and I could swap to, like, flak, dual lasers, halberd beam for a little while. Let's jump here and see if there's a store at that bottom beacon. We can safely fire kill this ship once we're through the shields. We'll put a defensive drone up. Only thing that's dangerous is the missile, and that blocks that. Cloak this one just because. I want to delay putting it up as long as possible, because maybe we can knock it offline and not have the risk of, you know, our defensive drone dying and having to use two of them. But yeah, just as Mantis aren't very good at dealing with fires, Zoltan are also not very good at dealing with fires. Knock their medbay off, and then do that. No, you're not allowed to fix the medbay. Stop that immediately. Eat fire. These Zoltans are going pop. Hooray! Okay, we don't have any stores on this side. The stores will have to be like in it can't be in the nebula in this Zoltan sector. So it'll be in these jumps over here. Let's try to spot them fairly early. We have stuff to sell like the flak. Now we can't afford to do this, so we will. We'll keep the fire, even though the fire beam doesn't do any direct damage, so it's slightly worse in ordinary fights. It's not terrible, and we can make it work. And for the flagship phases after phase 1, we will switch to using the pike beam. We might be able to fire kill this, we'll see. I don't know. I mean, if they're all rocks over there, probably not. But we'll see. I can't tell because we have no sensors. You get in there. This is like the most annoying room on the ship, by the way, to try to defend. You know, you can't particularly... Almost everywhere else in Engi C is quite easy to vent. That room, though, not so much. Our defensive drone got a bit confused there. You get out of there. I don't want to risk losing a whole crew for no reason. I put like 2 hits on here. Yeah, let's do that just to take some stuff offline and make it much safer. I can't quite also hit the oxygen, but that's a lot of room to hit with the fire beam. I don't care how many rocks you have. Like, your rocks might not take any damage from fire, but your ship will. And eventually it'll spread and burn your O2 down. They still have delays in terms of how quickly they can actually put the damn fires out. They can't warp those guys back now, because, yeah, everything is burning out over there. Oh, you stupid assholes. How annoying. Well, it didn't last long enough, and I won't let you do that again. Get out of there. Is it really not vented in there? Thank you. Now. Yeah, every room on their ship is burned out except the shields. And let's stop that so that they rush over to try to defend it. I was gonna say, wonder how the rocks on this ship were still alive, but no, those are the rocks on their ship. Go and fix things. I don't know whether they have any more alive after Jax. Doesn't look like it. Nope. We get a free Zoltan engines person for fire killing a rock ship. That's something you can do. I'm gonna put the Zoltan on engines for the moment. I'll keep you there just in case I want to. Like, I'll train the Zoltan to replace, but in case I want to be able to. Actually, I guess I'll put you there. You can always run back over. I might want to run them in just to make sure I have 100% evade for particular fights. More importantly, let's go to this store. We have 4 drones. The defense too is kind of tempting, but no. I'd just like to get my shields on. And ideally get my drones up to 4 to run both at a time, but it's not urgent. Okay, Fire Beam doesn't really do anything in this fight. Oh no, they've ionized my drones. How will I deal with their missiles? I think I skipped that upper nebula jump. We'll fight these guys. Can we maybe use these to grind dodges? Maybe. We hit their weapons like once and take one of these 2 weapons down. We can probably grind dodges for our Zoltan against the other one. Yeah, let's do that. Yep, we're completely safe right now. And I only need 10 dodges. Unfortunately, the cloak will make it slower because they won't fire particularly willingly while they're cloaked. I might deliberately hit the cloak so that that doesn't slow us down. Yeah, it's level 3. See about just doing 1 damage on this system. We don't need to do 2. Yeah, let's dodge ion shots for a while. It really isn't necessary to do this, especially this late. I could just put the Zoltan wherever. But it offends me to see Zoltans in just random systems on my ship. Five more dodges. Four more dodges. We might not get all of them in this fight, but we will eventually get all of them. Oh, 2 there. Yeah, maybe we are going to get all of them in this fight. Yep, got him. I'll wait until they cloak. I'm not sure where they are on the cycle right now, and I don't feel like working it out. As soon as they come out of cloak, I hack, and they die. Let's just do it now, because it will stay down for a while. Board immediately into a room with no oxygen. That seems like a great idea. Just make sure they don't smash CO2, which they won't. Get as many of these beacons as we can. Some risk of running out of fuel here. It's not that big a problem if we do, but ideally we don't. Just have to kill a dive ship if we did. You go in there to start draining the oxygen in there early. Not going to stay in there, mind, but... I don't really want to kill these guys because they're just going to come back in the combat. I'd rather knock them down to very low health, but not actually kill them. Yeah, that's fine. Well, they've decided not to bother trying to fix the shields, which, that's very positive. Let's do this. See if these 2 mantis can fight the fire up there. out, the answer was no. But we got another weapon that we could sell. Don't feel like it's worth going to the shop just for that. Keep bouncing around, our drones are a little low. I hope we hit some repair stations in the final sector. If necessary, we can just jump to the flagship and kill it. Fire beam is basically worthless against an auto scout because there's no oxygen over there. The double halberd on its own kills almost everything in the game, and we have the pike beam in reserve for when we need it. Our reactor is now maxed out. We have 2 fuel. We're possibly going to actually run out of fuel at the exit and have to kill a dive ship, which is kind of funny. I don't know whether we kill this with fire, but we'll try. They have very dangerous weapons. Given that we have a fire beam on our bar anyway, we might as well try. We will, however, put a halberd beam through shields and weapons here. Yeah, that's a lot of fire. We just need to... We didn't manage to set any in the clone bay, unfortunately, but all we really need to do here is hack their shields again and set one in there. They might actually not have enough hull. Our fire beam actually didn't set any fires in their shields there. It spread, but it went out very quickly. I don't think they can actually fix their oxygen, though. Only crew they have that have any health don't have enough. And they have even less now. Yep, you can go pop. I don't think this will burn the shields down completely, because the O2 is going to run out. Cool. It might well run out in here too, but even if it doesn't and it burns this system down, they have 1 hull left. And I'm not going to set any more fires. So we will wait for them to suffocate. Hopefully we just get some fuel from this, so we don't get stuck at the exit beacon. We didn't, we got a weapon drop instead. We've had enough ions here drop, we could switch to an ions build if we really felt like it, but, you know, why would I do that? So, we're stuck at the exit, unless, well, we might have an encounter here. It's, again, asking us to sell the thing that we need to win the game, so no. I'm going to switch to the pike beam right now, just because if we have to fight a dive ship, I just want to do damage. So yeah, we were 1 fuel short. We might get tagged by an ASB here because they boarded into my engines. Put this through shields to make it more likely that we don't. Okay, we did one shot there. Since we waited, since that was an event where we waited at the exit, we get extra fuel from doing that. Let you out so that I can cloak at 100%. But yeah, just get me out of here. We're down to 3 drones. That's a little bit worrisome. Ideally, we get 2 repair stations in this sector. Well, they're all clustered around the base. So yeah, we're just going to jump over to these repair stations, because as long as they don't all get taken over, we win the game. Let's do this. Strictly speaking, even if they did get taken over, we currently have enough drone parts. That doesn't mean I'm not going to use the drone parts here. You know, we could make an argument for just not fighting this fight so that if they somehow all get taken over, that we can still kill the flagship. But we have ion weapons in the hold, so if we absolutely had to, we could switch to those. That would obviously suck, but it would be we would be able to win still with ion blast, ion charger, and a hover beam. Okay, we got the hacking thing back, and we're gonna get this drone back anyway. I maybe should keep the fire beam on my belt just in case, because there are the annoying... Yeah, I'm going to, because there are those annoying ships that you get this late in the game that are like not enough time, and you only get full, you know, rewards if you crew kill. So on that basis, I'm gonna keep the fire beam. Let's get this and this. Go here. I'd like to hit all 3 of these repair stations, ideally. But maybe only 2 of them is fine. Okay, fire beam doesn't do anything against this ship. So let's turn it off. We might need to hover beam twice because of how much hull they have at this stage. But whatever. I'd like to damage buffer my drone control system. But you know, we'll hold off on doing that until we actually have some damn drones. If that store is still there, then cool, we can sell some of this stuff that we have. But I'd rather just get these repair stations. Guarantee we now have, you know, enough hacking drones for a dozen battles. Go to the store. I'm going to do something that I don't think I've ever done. I'm going to buy this because in Phase 1 we're going to hack shields and I want to put fire in that room. Yeah, let's do it. get my drone control up. What else should I do? Get sensors. Yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna just go to the base now. So, we want the fire beam for this phase, and only this phase. We're going to kill as many crew as we possibly can. We could try to block their hacking drone with a defensive drone, but it really doesn't work well to do that. And it can potentially backfire on you if you delay the hack long enough that it, offsets with their cloak. You can make, with these weapons, it will make the game unwinnable. So it's best to just live with the hack. I think I may have hacked too early there for fire beam, actually. I'm so used to hacking for the halberd beam. Actually, I think we're fine still. So this guy in shields is stunned. And that's quite bad news for him. So it ran out there because it's no longer the hack has run out, so he is... But that's going to happen over and over and over again. Every time I hack the shields down, they hit all 3 ions there because of course they did. I had no evade at the time. Hack, you are stunned. Eat fire. Dude, why does it keep setting only 1 fire? That's extremely annoying. I just need to set like multiple fires in this room. They put the fires out in there again because I keep managing to only set a single fire. Get stunned again. Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm an idiot. I didn't wait for the fire to actually, for the shields to actually go down. That was extremely dumb. And now their missiles are back. I think I'm still fine despite making a completely boneheaded, unforced error there. We can use the halberd beams to take those out again. We will hit just that room. Cloak, we have a 5% chance of taking a hit there, but we didn't take one. Let's actually wait for this to work properly. Yeah, we have not set more than 1 fire in shields a single time. This is extremely annoying. Everything hit because we had no evade. Okay, the fires are finally actually spreading. Are they about to cloak? I can't remember where they are in their cloak cycle, so I'm going to actually hold off. Speaking of cloaking, there was a marginal chance we could take damage there. Yeah, we had time, but I didn't know whether we did. Hack that down now. Their cloak should run out right about now, yeah. Once again, only 1 fire. I think I'm probably placing the beam wrong, which is why that's happening, but whatever. No missiles for you. We actually took some damage here messing about with this, which is quite frustrating. Yeah, we haven't killed nearly as many crew as I would like here. We're gonna get hit by some of these, probably. Yeah. Can we maybe kill some of these people? Seriously, like, that definitely isn't me misdrawing the beam. It hit as many rooms as it possibly can. Understanding this. I wonder if I can get back to the store. Let's go back to the store and try to fix this damage. It's unsightly. Go and punch this person. If the store hasn't been taken over, we'll have to go back through this jump again, but it's fine. We'll fight literally the same ship. Even though we just blew it up, you can see it has charge 2, halberd beam, chain laser, and a missile. We go to the store. I guess we'll keep the hacking stun for some reason or other. Fix all that. Should I sell the fire beam at this phase? Yeah, let's sell the fire beam at this point. We're not using it again. Let's just upgrade doors all the way, since there will be some borders in the last phase. And yeah, if we go through this, we'll fight another ship that has a charge 2, a halberd beam, chain laser, and a missile. So yeah, like, I just blew you guys up. But they've come back for another round. I don't actually want to do a level 3 cloak here, I only want to do level 1. They go down again. I may actually just get out of here without needing to cloak, but I'm just gonna do it anyway. Yeah, I wasn't gonna get out without cloaking, so let's just do that for security. And now we will hang around here until we'll hang around here until our cloaking is as near off cooldown as possible, and then we'll go jump to fight the flagship. There we go. Now this, on the other hand, will go extremely quickly, now that we're not messing around trying to do stuff with fire. We've killed like no one on their ship. That strategy was totally ineffective. I think you really need mind control to make that work. It's like, if you have a fire beam and mind control, you know, that's way better than having fucking hacking stun. You mind control someone in a room when that's on fire and no one can fix the damn fires. We should actually probably just pre-cloak this, but I'm not going to. I might mess the cloak timing up. Cloak timing. I might mess the beam placement up. Although actually we have we have the fallback option of doing this. Yeah, that's a lot faster than dicking around those fire beams. And hoping the hacking stun will actually be useful. Fix that. Let's preemptively vent a couple rooms. That one. Hacking is actually quite important. I don't want that going offline. What do I want my Lanius to be? Let's preemptively vent cloaking as well. Put you there. If you get mind controlled, you should run into like backup. I might actually leave you in the backup battery, because then if you get mind controlled, it doesn't matter that much. You know, they can break my backup battery, I don't care. Put the beam drone up right away. Mind control my pilot, that's really not ideal. Still, we will chew through their Zoltan shield very quickly. Use the backup battery for this. Pull my shields down and cloak. We don't quite have 100% evade, so one of them hit us. Lanius, go put that out. Of course it said a double fire, why wouldn't it? You know, the fire beam couldn't set any double fires, despite literally being a fire weapon. But one fucking missile. You know, you can't fight against the power of one missile. That's clearly better at setting fires than a specialized fucking fire weapon. Anyway, we one-shot this, so... We didn't do it 0 damage, but I guess with them mind controlling the pilot, that was never going to happen, even without the nonsense in Phase 1. So... So, there's that phase done. Oh no, our Lanius actually survived and did not die to the stupid double fire that got set there. So, that was a very easy run. We had a lot of time to mess about with the fire beam and do silly nonsense, because Engi C is a really strong ship. That's a pretty good score. It's not, like, super high, but it's strong. Like, you can see, I don't have any, like, extremely high scores on this ship. But it's actually kind of difficult. If you know what you're doing, it's actually a little bit hard to lose unless FTL really screws you over. There's not many, like a lot of the bad early events, like the shield hack event, you're immune to that. You have hacking, your, you know, Zoltan shield ships with strong weapons, you don't really suffer against those because you just beam drone through the Zoltan shield and then hack weapons. There's not really anything that's bad that can happen to you. I guess a string of forced Lanius bombers is about the only really bad thing that I can think of that you could suffer from. And that's not going to happen until later on when you become stronger. So, that was an easy win. Let's find out what the 6th ship will be. Go from Engi C, 3, 2, 1. Okay, Zoltan B, we lost our double-digit streak on this a while ago because I was an idiot and completely misplayed an early battle. I'm not going to do that again. I will be much more on the ball when I play this next time. So, bye for now, and I hope that you enjoyed the video.